Published 1524 EDT, the 21st of August 2017. Updated 1533 EDT, the 21st of August 2017. The largest elm tree in Europe came crashing down at the weekend after high winds and rain took their toll. The 400-year-old giant came toppling down in Brighton's Preston Park, though no one was injured. The elm is one of a famous pair known as the Preston twins, which escaped the ravages of Dutch elm disease. The largest elm tree in Europe came crashing down at the weekend after high winds and rain took their toll. The elm is one of a famous pair known as the Preston twins, which escaped the ravages of Dutch elm disease. Council tree surgeons in Preston Park, Brighton work on the felled tree. No one was injured when it came crashing down. They were the oldest pair of elms in Britain, and every year they attract visitors from far and wide. Brighton and Hove was granted National Collection status for its elm collection in 1998. The city has more diversity of elm types than any other city in the world and currently boasts a population of almost 40,000 trees. The two famous elms were planted back in the Elizabethan era and formed part of a hedgerow. Peter Bourne, curator of the National Elm Collection, said, "It is sad, but the tree was hollow and basically rotten. Huge burrs have just peeled away and branches have collapsed, and it is in a pitiful condition. However, it will be taken back to a stump and will eventually grow again." He said, "Obviously it is no longer the largest tree in Europe, but hopefully, given some care and luck, it will regrow over the next 2,030 years. The same thing happened to its twin standing alongside it in 1987, and that eventually grew back. It just takes time." The surviving Preston twin tree. The twins were the oldest pair of elms in Britain, and every year they attract visitors from far and wide. The tree will have to be cut back to a stump, but it is hoped that it will regrow over the next 30 years. The elm trees in Brighton and Hove were originally planted in large numbers by the Victorians and Edwardians and thrived due to their tolerance to chalky soil and salty wind. They became increasingly rare after the 1970s due to Dutch elm disease, a fungus carried by beetles that decimated the elm population in the UK. Brighton's unique position between the South Downs and the sea formed natural defences, which helps to keep the city free from disease. Elm is known to be the only species of tree to support the white hair streak butterfly, and it's known that there are a few locations to support this in Brighton and Hove.